Complete the press and finally wrangled out of bounds by Houston's pass complete to Preston, knocked out of bounds by George.
Oh, look, we're losing.
Houston's pass complete to Peyton Preston for a Greenwood touchdown.
Touchdown Greenwood. 26-0 Bulldogs.
They should go for a 2-point shirt.
The extra point is up.
Extra point attempt by Duran is good. With 2:21 to play in the first quarter, our score, Greenwood 27, Siloam Springs 0.
I can't believe we had to start. Dorian, bring Angel a water.
What?
Bring
Kick for the Bulldogs.
football.
Flores on the return up to the 34-yard line where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10. Still is sacked behind the line.
Second down at 12.
Logan Taylor, the first one there for the Bulldogs. Loss of 2 on the play, second down and 12.
Where was that? They lost on, in Stillwater, Oklahoma. They lost by a final 41-27 and turned around the next week. And honestly, Fort Smith Northside had them on the ropes. Greenwood fashion came back from 83.
For the Panthers,
Comeback failure. They won on a Hail Mary from Kane Archer.
Zach Zimline, 3rd and 11.
4 minutes left, and I think they scored on
Their starting quarterback, senior Hunter Houston, he had gotten injured at the end of the first half. And
He's met at the line of scrimmage.
Down and 10. Siloam Springs going to have to punt this away. 50 seconds to go.
Brady Pettigrew on the stop for the Bulldogs. It's 4th down.
Siloam Springs facing a heavy deficit already. This Greenwood team ran their rank number 2 in Class 6A, and they're number 1 in Class 6A as of right now. Is
We should get Nick Saban for our team.
Those two will have to face each other pretty soon.
We'll see. That matchup will happen here in a few weeks.
Good kick by Jackson Still. Taken back at the 30-yard line, up across the 40, breaks the tackle at the 40. Now he's wrapped up and dropped at the 44. That was L.J. Robbins.
Yeah, I can hear him.
L.J. Robbins on the return for the Bulldogs.
No, just slap him. Tell him to shut the fuck up.
Tackled by a host of Panthers at the 44-yard line. Greenwood will take over 1st and
Give your
10.
mic and tell him to shut up.
Number 24, Aiden Kennan, is not dressed out. He was one of
Do
the
it.
captains.
I'll give you $1.
Out there tonight. I think he's the second, statistically, he's the second leading receiver in this Greenwood team. Glover, Greenwood Bulldogs with 6 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Kane on 40, nothing.
Duran's extra point is good with 6.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Our score, Greenwood 34, Siloam Springs 0.
So Graham, they lost at Stillwater and they came back from a big deficit against Northside. Then turned around last week. Just a lot of mountain home. I think that one was
And then R2 and they have no pom-pom. There's no way it's that score.
Bad snap on the first extra point.
That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way tonight so far.
Squib kick from Greenwood, scooped up at the 23-yard line, up over the 30, dropped at about the 33-yard line. I think that was Nick Driscoll over there, but I'm not certain. It was Nick Driscoll. They'll mark him at the 34-yard line. That'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Our Caldwell Banker starting lineups. Bill. Jed Derwin, the 5'8 junior, number 23. He's a starting running back. Noah, 5'11 senior Nick Driscoll, and 6'2 junior Cam Stafford. Siloam Springs goes from right to left across the offensive line. Goes from right to left across the offensive line with junior Noah Race. Right guard is junior Shane Robotham. The center is junior Noah Byers. The left guard is junior Brock Gold, and the left tackle is senior Blake Brown. Ronald Mancia does the kicking duties, and quarterback Jackson Still handles the punting.
Oh, no.
Fumbled snap. Fumbled on the handoff, scooped up, and they're going to score, Graham. Scooped up defensively. It's a scoop and score. Number 21, Eli Whitaker, from 34 yards out on a scoop and score, and it is 40-0. Greenwood with the extra point coming.
About 34 yards on the fumble recovery.
Yeah. Duran's extra point, this time to the north end zone, is no good. Wide. That's right. So one area this young side first three. And then a fumbled exchange there. Good as Greenwood. That just can't happen. To the 16-yard line. He did a good job of recovering.
To the 15-yard line. Tackle made by Caden Nelms of the Bulldogs. Siloam Springs.
They, give up their game plan. They're going to try to get Jed Derwin going here. They were trying to do that last play.
Jackson Still.
Oh, my
he
goodness.
fumbled it again. Scooped up.
They're going to return the.
Is laying on the turf. He's shaken up on the play. Derwin gets to his feet. He'll walk off under his own power, and it is 46-0 Greenwood on back-to-back plays.
That's crazy. I've never seen that before.
Back-to-back offensive plays for Siloam Springs. Greenwood's defense scores. This time the kick is up, and it is good, and it's 47-0.
With 11:36 to play in the second quarter, our score, Greenwood 47, Siloam Springs 0.
Graham, the Panthers need to just forget about the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, you can't look at it at this point. You couldn't have looked at it a couple of scores ago. You just got to go play football.
And Meeker does the kickoff duties. His kick, this time it'll go out of bounds. Siloam Springs will get good field position here. Nick Driscoll did a great job. So the only weakness tonight so far from Greenwood is special teams. Jackson Still works from the gun. Noah Ship in motion to the far side. Jackson Still looks to throw. He needs help. Rolls out. He throws that out of bounds. Wisely throws that out of bounds. In the direction of Quentin Montsinger, but he was really throwing that football away, and he did a good job of doing it. Second down and 10. 11:31 to go, first half. 47-0 Greenwood. Johnny Graves, the lone receiver on the open side of the field, split wide in the numbers. The ball sits on the opposite hash. Jed Derwin gets the call. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss. Make that a loss of 9 all the way back to the 26-yard line. Makes it 3rd down and 19.
3rd down and long.
Defensive lineman Brady Pettigrew. Man, he read that perfect, Graham. He was in the backfield with Jed Derwin when Derwin got the football.
This is just...
Jackson Still looking for help. He throws it away again. A flag, I don't back him up even more. Panthers will have to punt this football away from their, well, they're not on the same page here. It should be at their own 14, I think.
Is it where he threw the ball?
Well, he didn't throw it clear back at the 9, did he? He might have. That's what they're going to go with. Clear back at the 9, so it's
fourth and a mile.
Yeah, 4th and forever. Jackson Still good punt. They don't have anybody back to return the punt. The ball hits at the 40 and bounces up to the 48-yard line. Great punt by Jackson Still. Handoff up the middle for Greenwood.
Javon Williamson on the carry. Tackle made by Stevens.
Javon Williamson. Pickup of about 4. 2nd down and 6.
What number was Javon there?
17, yeah. Quick pass on the outside edge. Siloam Springs does a good job of wrapping that up. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. That was to Presson. Peyton Presson.
So now we're seeing Archer, the freshman.
He fumbled it. Now Archer picks it up, and he's gonna go the distance. 10-5, touchdown, Kane Archer. Touchdown, Greenwood, on a fumble by Javen Williamson. Kane Archer scoops it up. The quarterback scoops it up and goes the distance from about 41 yards out.
So I think he gets credit for the rush there.
53-0. Extra point is up, and it is good.
With 9:35 to play in the second quarter, our score, Greenwood 54, Siloam Springs 0.
I think he gets credit for a rush there because he picked it up behind the line of scrimmage. And nobody ever really had it, so.
Right, yeah, it was a, my, oh my. $54-0 Greenwood. Folks, if you're wondering why the clock isn't running, the sportsmanship rule does not take effect until the third quarter. So we've still got more than half of a quarter to play here before the half. And if it can go right for Greenwood tonight, it is. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. If it can go right for Greenwood, it has. Hudson Meeker kicks it away. Taken by Mikey McKinley this time at his own 8 across the 20. Hit hard. Panther to watch over the next few years.
He's a real scrappy player. Should be an exciting kid to watch for sure.
Jackson Still. Panthers are going to run 2 H-backs. They bring Stone Stevens in motion. Jed Derwin will run behind both H-backs, and there's not much there. Greenwood knows what's coming. Gain of a yard to the 27. Gain of a yard to the 27, and it's second down and 9. Panthers will huddle, take their time. 9 minutes to go, opening half. Jed Derwin gets the call, and he's dropped. He's dropped for a loss of several yards back to about the 22.
Ball is spotted at the 22-yard line, third down and long.
Third down and 14.
Well, and the Panthers just haven't been able to get anything going.
A sliver of room for a moment. And he's dropped as he took it to the left side at the 23. He gets a yard back, but it's to go in the quarter. Jackson Still's punt hits at the 38, takes a Siloam Springs roll inside the 30, and will roll dead at the 25-yard line. Good punt for Jackson Still.
About a 52-yard kick there.
Very good punt.
Tonight's game sponsor is Centennial Bank. Centennial Bank is a proud sponsor of Panthers football.
Kane Archer, the freshman phenom, has taken over the quarterbacking duties for Hunter Houston.
Parents and fans, stick around at halftime. We've got a great show.
Kane Archer is a 6-foot, 185-pound freshman.
And they've been talking about him, I think, since he was in the 6th grade. He's really something.
Twin set both ways for Archer.
He's already got an offer from your Arkansas
Looks to throw, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Nick Driscoll. It is Nick Driscoll that intercepted it. He read that all the way, and Kane Archer throws the interception. Siloam Springs.
Second interception of the season. He had his spark here.
Jed Derwin in the backfield with Jackson Still. 6:40 for about 4. 3 or 4 yards there. Down to the 11.
And 7.
Twin receiver set to the left for Jackson. It'll make it 3rd down and 5.
Eli Whitaker on the stop. 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers.
5:45 to go, opening half. It's been all Greenwood so far, 54-0. Derwin again. Not much there this time. He'll get a yard to the 9. And now it's 4th down and 4 for Siloam Springs at the 9-yard line of the Greenwood Bulldogs.
Pettigrew on the stop for the Bulldogs. It's 4th down and 4 for the Panthers.
Jackson still looking to the end zone, overthrows Cam Stafford. Incomplete, and Panthers turn it over on downs, and Greenwood will take over at their own 9-yard line with 4:50 to go in the 4:50 to go in the opening half.
Greenwood will take over 1st and 10.
Just a little too much on that one, Dustin. Cam's a tall kid, just a little bit out of his reach.
The clock is running here. 4:30 to go, opening half. Flores levels him at the 30-yard line. That was Braden Davis. Well, he's a small one too, Graham. He's hard to see behind that offensive line, only 5'6".
30-yard line, 1st and 10.
He blew up through the middle there and had a nice 21-yard gain.
And Gio Flores made him remember it. Archer, this time he's got Josiah Spicer in the backfield with him. Spicer gets the call. Not a whole lot there this time. Siloam Springs with good physical contact. Drops him at the 34-yard line, a pickup of 4.
Kind of an awkward spot for Greenwood's head coach here, Chris Young. You're up 54-0, and you would like to get your freshman quarterback a few throws, but it doesn't just look real great to throw the ball right here. They might throw it here on 3rd and long or 2nd and long.
Spicer still in the backfield with Archer. Twin receivers to his right. That's the open side of the field. Archer hands it off to Spicer again. That is a friendly spot. They're going to mark him all the way up at the 38-yard line.
Nice crowd here tonight, Dustin, on both sides.
It is a good crowd. Beautiful Panther Stadium.
Another beautiful night for football.
That Greenwood offensive line throwing their weight around down there.
Here comes a fresh new set of linemen to get these guys out. Like a line change in hockey.
That's right. 2:20 to go, first half. Spicer gets the handoff again. Tries to get the right edge and just about got it. He picks up 9 yards across midfield to the Siloam Springs 49-yard line.
Inside midfield.
It'll be 2nd down and short for Greenwood at the Siloam Springs 49-yard line. As the clock runs, 1:35 to go in the first half. Greenwood takes their time now. Spicer gets the call again. He's got the first down.
Spicer again.
Down to about the 46-yard line at Siloam Springs.
46-yard line.
Clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains.
And Derwin together on the tackle for the Panthers.
Under a minute to go, opening half.
They'll probably only have to run one more play here.
Four receiver set, trips to the left for Archer. Down by contact. So the clock will continue to run. Herald Leader halftime show with the managing editor of the Herald Leader, also our partner in the booth, Graham Thomas, for a quick look at halftime stats. We'll do that with about 5 minutes to go prior to second half kickoff. Again, the Greenwood Bulldogs lead the Siloam Springs Panthers at the break from Panther Stadium by a score of 54-0.
Parents and fans, now is the time to get some eats and drinks at our concession stand, as well as our halftime entertainment. Sponsor the halftime field goal frenzy. At every home game, the school club will send 2 student representatives to the field at halftime to kick a field goal. This week's club is TSA. If the field goal kick is successful, the club will win $350. Our Best Bank remains committed to our community and is a proud supporter of the Siloam Springs School District. Our first kicker is Anna Floyd. Give it a rip. The windup is no good. No good. All right. Our second kicker is Dane Kelly. It's up to you, Dane. $350 on the line. He's just short. Just short. Well, that was a great effort by you two. Even though they missed, the club will still walk away with $200 thanks to Our Best Bank. And now, parents and fans, please direct your attention to midfield for a special presentation from your Panthers. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your Panthers cheerleaders. Thank you, ladies. Parents and fans, stay tuned. We have our special presentation from the Siloam Springs Panthers Marching Band.
band is under the direction of Daniel Hodge, Taylor Petronio, Savannah Ellis, Melissa Lesso, and Tyler Loretz, with additional assistance from Katie Luker, Brady Callicott, Dalton Snow, Taryn Ridley, Christian Leon, Roxy Boyd, and Ashley Estes. Our 2022 competitive show is titled Remember the Tin Man and features music from Metallica, Kanye West, Dmitri Shostakovich, and Bonnie Raitt. Our show will eventually tell a story about how finding true love in life starts with loving yourself. We look forward to unveiling more of our show as the season goes on. Drum majors, Grace Price, Emmeline Chavez, Abby Hutto, and Yuno Brenes. Is your band ready? Siloam Springs High School Marching Band, you may now take the field in performance. The Siloam Springs Band Program would like to thank all of our marvelous administrators, parents, teachers, and community members for their wonderful support. We are so proud of our students for all of their incredibly hard work and look forward to our next performance of Remember the Tin Man on September 30th right here in Panther Stadium. Let's give these students one last round of applause for their great performance.
Residential real estate activity in your area during the month of August. The median listing price for the month was $310,000. The median sale price and decreased 7% month over month. Thanks.
We welcome you into the Herald Leader halftime. Graham Thomas.
We built this city, Dustin.
We did.
On rock and roll.
We did. Well, Graham, let's glance. Let's look at a glancing blow of some first half stats and then move on. How's that sound?
Well, here's the glance. Greenwood has 300 and a whole lot. I just can't do the math. I'm going to go 358. You know, and they've had some short fields to work with and a couple of fumble returns for touchdowns. So Hunter Houston had a really nice first half, 12 of 15 for 164 yards. Kind of spread around to 3 different guys. And the running back number 33, Glover, had 5 carries for Panthers and 19 yards. And, you know, honestly, the Siloam Springs first drive, they had, they picked up a first down and had some nice runs, but after that, it's been slim pickings. Well, I have to tell you, Dustin, tomorrow morning is the annual Panther Cross Country Classic.
Right here in Siloam Springs.
Right here off of, there's not going to be hardly a parking spot to be found around the baseball complex. It's really going to be something over there. And so that's a big deal. It's always a big deal. We're excited about it.
And Siloam Springs is usually pretty good at cross country.
Yes, sir. They do a good job.
So let's take a look at the athletic events for this upcoming week. Again, tomorrow is the Panthers on the road at Springdale. Also Monday, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade volleyball will be right here at the Panther Activity Center to host Greenwood. On Tuesday, the 20th, tennis is at Russellville. Also on Tuesday, volleyball, JV, and varsity is on the road at Russellville. Golf, the conference meet, Graham, is this coming Tuesday at Mountain Home.
Yes, at Big Creek Golf and Country Club, that will decide who gets to go to state. I'm not sure if it's the top 3 teams and maybe the top 10 or 12 individuals, something like that. But at a really nice course over there in Mountain Home. Heard a lot of good things about that one.
And all of Siloam Springs athletics will be off next Wednesday. Then Thursday, the 22nd, tennis is on the road at Greenwood. Also Thursday, 7th and 8th grade football will be here in Panther Stadium to host Butterfield. That's Van Buren. Also Thursday, JV and
We better leave right after the
Siloam Springs Panthers will be back in no good West.
I will never forget my first
Fighting night, wasn't it?
Man, that was a good night. That triple lock, they're going to eat up clock and all those things.
Last 3 or 4 seasons, get it behind them, regroup.
You know, Dustin, this, it kind of fell apart quickly on them here, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Take advantage of the time you're given here.
Folks, purchasing or refinancing a home can be a huge undertaking. David Pearson with Generations Bank Mortgage Division is focused on helping individuals and families select a loan program to meet each unique situation and clear the way to a timely seven. Again, that's David Pearson, 479-238-9807. Generations Bank is an equal housing lender.
I like those Generation Bank folks. Even Randy Torres, despite the fact that he's an A&M.
McKinley back to return.
Hudson Meeker to kick it away for Greenwood. His kick is low, and that's where Siloam Springs will set up shop to a running clock here in the second half, together to prepare for next week.
Yeah, the clock is rolling, and we call that the sportsmanship.
Powers his way forward for 3 up to the 27-yard line. Receivers to the left for Jackson Still. Again, Derwin. This time he's up to the time, makes it 3rd down and 3.
I imagine they may give it to him. Well, Jet's checking out here, so.
This time Gio gets the call. Fighting for yard. That moves the chains for the Panthers. Jackson Still on the read. He keeps it himself. He's going to be tackled for no gain.
Greenwood kid got a hold of his jersey there.
They did, and wouldn't let go. Good tensile strength.
Greenwood having a nice night tonight. Inevitably, there's going to be a showdown with them in Little Rock Christian, Pulaski Academy.
I wonder where the Pulaski Academy game will be played. I wish I knew that.
Well, we can find out. I've got
the 8-yard line. What could have been a disaster turns into a 2-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down and 7.
Well, and Lake Hamilton. They've got to play Lake Hamilton, and that's it's 2 different kind of styles of
Hamilton at the final game of the regular season, or close to the final game of the regular season, and it was a barn burner between Lake Hamilton and Greenwood. I think Greenwood, as they usually do, came out and managed to win the game, but they came from behind to do it. Pass intended for Cameron Stafford up near midfield. Thrown out in front of him, incomplete, and it's 4th and 7. Punt team comes on. Greenwood doesn't put anybody back. Jackson Still's punt is low, hits at the 37-yard line and takes a Siloam Springs roll. Inside the 20, it's going to be spotted down at the 17-yard line. That took a friendly roll. Jackson Still's done a good job of creating that tonight when he's punted the football.
45-yard kick for the sophomore.
So Kane Archer will be the quarterback. He's a freshman for Greenwood. Josiah Spicer in the backfield beside him. 7:45 to go, 3rd quarter, with a running clock. From Panther Stadium, Archer from the gun. Hands it to...
If you feel like you're not going to get to see a lot of Kane Archer tonight, don't worry. They've got 3 more years left.
Jose Palacios.
He's
on
got
the
offers
stop
from
for the
Arkansas, A&M,
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Archer looks to throw on the run, finds his receiver at the 46-yard line, dodges one tackler, but doesn't dodge the second one. He's going to be dropped at the 47. Boy, Archer, he can buy time in the.
Complete to Evan Reed.
He can buy time, can't he, Graham?
Well, his offensive line gave him a lot of time, and he rolled out and threw a nice ball there. 26-yard completion.
First and 10, 6:30 to go, third quarter. Split the running back out. Quick pass over the middle. It's complete. That's number 82, Scott Holland. Across midfield to the Siloam Springs 47-yard line. Again, twin receiver set both ways for Archer. He looks to throw. This one's thrown behind the intended receiver. That was Hudson Meeker. And it's the Greenwood jumps off sides. Left guard went early. That'll back him up, make it 3rd down and 9.
Flying on the play.
Green will take a look at a few scores. Mustang, Oklahoma. I don't know where that is, but they lead Springdale Harbor 20-7 at halftime.
I know they're usually pretty good.
Cabot leads at Ruston, Louisiana 14-7 at halftime. Conway leads Ouachita, Louisiana 14-7 second quarter.
That's the conference with only, what, 7 teams in their conference? So they only play 6 conference games?
Is that right?
I think so, because I'm not sure.
Pass complete to Meeker for a first down inside the 40 at the third. Little Rock Parkview and North Little Rock are tied at 13 at halftime.
That's another non-conference game, so.
Six.
Man.
Josiah Spicer gets the call. He picks up 2 yards down to the 37-yard line.
Where's that game? I was talking with the Siloam coaches, and they're not a bad football team. And Lake Hamilton, with the way they run, may be a little bit.
Spicer has room to run inside the 30, makes a cut, and he's drugged down from behind at the 22-yard line. That was Daxton Moody. Got a hold of his jersey and drug him down from behind at the 22-yard line. Maybe saved a touchdown there. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Little Rock Christian at home leads Russellville 28-0. The only 6A West school not in action tonight is Pulaski Academy. They have an open week.
Now, who did Van Buren have?
They have Greenbrier. Kane Archer looks to throw on first down. Finds his receiver wide open near the goal line. Touchdown, Greenwood. That is Scott Holland from 22 yards out. Kane Archer to Scott Holland. Touchdown, and it is 60-0 Greenwood. Yeah, Graham, let's see. That, what do we have here? Van Buren, it's first quarter score. Van Buren was up 6-0 on Greenbrier. It was in Van Buren, but that's a first quarter score. That's old.
I had heard and read that Malachi Henry was supposed to be back
That's
tonight
right,
for
I
Van
heard that
Buren.
too. Yeah.
And they had a couple of guys playing quarterback. They were, Bryce Perkins was out the week they played Southside. They had a sophomore play and did a good job, and they were going to get.
Attempted the extra point that time, Graham. He hit upright square. It still somehow. Joe T. Robinson leads at Morrilton 49-7 at halftime.
My goodness, that's not a bad Morrilton football team. They must have gotten some of the ice cream over there, huh?
I guess. Shiloh Christian leads at home over Lincoln Christian out of Oklahoma, 28-21 at halftime.
That's, oh my goodness.
Siloam Springs fumbles the kick. Mikey McKinley scoops it up, bounced right back into his chest. He turns it into a pretty decent return up to about the 28. Gentry leads Pea Ridge 21-4. Minute 30 to go, third quarter. Jackson still works out of the gun. He's got twins to his left. Single set to the right. That's the short side of the field. Derwin gets the call. Derwin fights his way forward to the 32-yard line. Good run. 4-yard pickup. I'll tell you, Graham, if they can find this with Jed Derwin the rest of the way.
9-yard loss. Otherwise, he'd be on his way to having a nice night. Here's a big one.
Big run for him here. Shoestring tackle saves an even bigger gain. He's all the way up to the 43-yard line. That's a, what is that, an 11-yard pickup on 2nd and 6, and Siloam Springs moves the chains.
Jacob Cruz on the tackle for Greenwood.
Gio Flores, is that Flores?
That's Silas
That's
Tugwell.
Tugwell. That's right. Silas Tugwell in the backfield this time.
Be the last play of the quarter.
He gets the call. Little delay step. Not much there for Silas Tugwell, sorry, tongue twister. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. He picks up a yard, makes it 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line when fourth quarter action begins. West Memphis and Sheridan tied at 14 at halftime.
How about that? We've seen Sheridan a few times. Never seen West Memphis play in person.
No, I haven't either.
In football, anyway.
Panthers will start the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 9 from their own 44. Tugwell remains the back. And it's a keeper up the middle. Keeper up the middle for Jackson Still. He's at the 30, the 20, still on his feet. 10, 5. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. And there is some late flags. I think they're going to say who.
After he scored.
They threw the flags after they scored. Is this going to come back? So Siloam Springs is on the board. 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. And the Panther faithful are proud of their team.
Now we're missing a guard here or somebody. I think the Panthers are going to have to call a timeout.
Well, they haven't even started the play clock yet.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So that worked out okay. Oh, and we were missing another one, too. He's lumbering out onto the field.
Well, they're, you know, I don't know.
Ronald Mancia to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and he nails it. 61-7. Siloam Springs is on the board. Clock runs. Sportsmanship rule. 11:05 to go.
This run there.
That's right.
It's been a tough night.
Lake Hamilton now leading Mountain Home 14-6, third quarter.
Lake Hamilton just, may just take them a little while to get the legs warmed up after the bus
Boy,
ride.
that is a long trip.
How would you go from Lake Hamilton? Would you go to?
I think you'd about,
Go to-
well, I don't know. I guess Little Rock, then up to Conway?
Ooh,
I don't know.
honestly, I've never done that.
Touchback. I guess the other way you could go to get to Mountain Home.
I'm
Man,
probably one of the few people that enjoys the trip across the state on 412, though. It's just beautiful. I mean, we're going back to Mountain Home in October, and it's going to be a really beautiful drive.
you could take scenic Highway 7. That'd get you over there close.
No. I don't know if I have the stomach for that one.
Well, I don't know if many people do, especially on a bus. That's a long trip. That's all there is to it. Lake Hamilton to Mountain Home. Kane Archer has twin receiver sets both ways. Spicer in the backfield. Spicer gets the call. He's got room to run. The 25 tries to bounce it outside. He's got first down yardage, but not much else.
Well, that clock rolls, man. It just it shows you how long it takes on some of these possession changes to get everything done and kick off. It took off nearly 2.5 minutes.
Greenwood takes their time. Archer breaks the huddle with twins to the left, a single set to the right in the open side of the field. Spicer gets the call. Up the middle. Boy, he's hammered. He got hit hard at the 39-yard line, and a flag comes in the backfield. I think that's going to be a hold. That is the indication.
Hopefully the Panthers can get one more chance with the ball here. That's going to back them way up.
Backs them up to the 19-yard line. Makes it first down and, what is that, 22? Is that right?
I believe you're right.
Kane Archer, as always, works from the gun. Looks to throw. Throws it behind his receiver on the far sideline. That was Meeker, the intended man. Incomplete, but the clock still runs.
Archer's pass incomplete. Second down and long.
Four receivers. Now Spicer splits out of the backfield, comes to the near side. That's the open side. They throw over the middle, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Evan Reed was the intended man. Archer laid it right in there for him. It was a well-thrown football.
Yeah, he throws a nice ball. You can see it.
Oh, absolutely. But Evan Reed couldn't hang on to it. Now it's third down and 22.
Well, he threw for 280 yards against Northside a few weeks ago, including the game winner.
Trips to the right for Archer and the Bulldogs.
He's listed at 6 foot. I don't know, make all the throws.
Looking to there. Was that Driscoll?
Yep.
Driscoll stands at the 50 to receive the kick. Flag down on the near sideline. Driscoll fair catches it. A little bit adventure yard line. It's against Greenwood. Coach Craig is saying back him up. Make him do it again, I believe. So they'll re-kick it. 5 minutes to go and counting. We do thank everybody that makes these broadcasts possible each week. We thank the athletic department here at Siloam Springs High School and athletic directors to help make this happen. We thank the Siloam Springs media department. We thank our phenomenal producer, myself. Want a good sightseeing trip? Get in the car and head to Lake Hamilton, where Siloam Springs will be in action next Friday night at 7 p.m. If you can't, Greenwood's going to let Siloam Springs accepted the penalty, so Greenwood ran it down to 0 and called a timeout.
I'm not sure what that was all about there, Dustin.
I'm not either. Were they upset that we accepted the penalty?
I can't speak for Coach Young.
He's in his 3rd season at Greenwood.
Yeah, but he's been there forever. He was the offensive coordinator for Rick Jones.
So in his 1st season, they ran the table, I believe, and won the state championship. Last season, they actually lost 3 or 4 games, but still found themselves in the title game where they lost to El Dorado in what was a pretty good football game. Final score was 38-28, something like that, I remember. And then this Greenwood team, all indications are they're very capable of being right back there again this year.
You know, that, in my opinion, they're always in the conversation.
Nick Driscoll stands at the 46-yard line of Greenwood. Meeker's punt this time is going to be shorter. Driscoll lets it go. It's going to land at the 45-yard line. A flag came in at the 18-yard line this time. I think this is going to go against Siloam. There was a lot of activity between both sides right there.
Yeah,
but they flagged Siloam for it. You could have gotten either one of them. But the way it usually goes, the flag comes in on the person who does it second.
Yeah, and you know, that's just more times ticking off the clock here. And
so that'll back Siloam up all the way to their own 41-yard line. Silas Tugwell will be in the backfield with Jackson Still. Twin receiver set to the near side. That's to the left, the open side of the field. Panthers move toward the north end zone. 2:40 to go in the ball game. Tugwell gets the call, and a flag comes in before the. That'll back the Panthers up to their own 36 with 2:22 to go. Tugwell gets the call. Works his way to the right-hand side up to about the 40, a 6-yard pickup on first down. Or a 4-yard pickup, I'm sorry.
Close to the original line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line.
they're going to bring Dane Marlette in. It looks, no, this is Cooper Church, I'm sorry.
Cooper Church.
Dane Marlette's wearing number 11.
Tugwell again on the carry, gets up to the 45-yard line.
That was Cooper Church that got the call that time. He's up to the 45. So it makes it 3rd down and 7 for Siloam Springs. 1:10 to go. Greenwood is going to improve to 2-0 in conference play, 3-1 overall. Siloam Springs, Church got the handoff, and at this time he'll be dropped in the backfield. They give him progress up to the 44-yard line. Loss of just 1. Folks, come out and support a place like this. Lake Hamilton, the Wolves of Lake Hamilton. The Wolves and their famous triple option.
So they're going to get the delay here. And then the clock should just...
Panthers called timeout.
Timeout, Siloam Springs, their first of the half.
14 seconds to go in this ball game. In all likelihood, this game will go final with a final score of 61-7. And Graham, the first half just Nothing went right for Siloam Springs.
Not a thing.
And now the Panthers just want to put this one behind them, forget about it, regroup, and try to go out and answer next week at Lake Hamilton. Church in the backfield with Jackson Still. Church gets the call. Tries to get the outside edge. He's forced out of bounds, shy of the first down marker. That'll turn it over on downs, but the clock runs out, and it is final here in Siloam Springs. Greenwood has defeated the Siloam Springs Panthers by a final of 61-7. And folks, we will be the Wolves of Lake Hamilton next Friday night. If you can't get down to Lake Hamilton for the football game, you can find all the action right here. For Tony Molina and for the managing editor of the Herald Leader, Graham Thomas, I am Dustin Butler saying good night from Panther Stadium in